often get asked this question. When you get confronted with a problem in your business, whatever it might be, and you're looking at the answer to how do I fix this? It's a how question, and the answer is a how answer. And often you just don't know how you're going to fix it. You just don't know the answer. There is no answer. That is one answer. And it takes time to work out how. Would it be fair to say the thing that gives you, let's call it the resilience or the energy or the strength of character or the ability to continue on is why you do it? It's, the why, the purpose, the thing, your outcome. So that why helps you deal with how, gives you we always need to buy time in life, whatever it is we're doing, especially if we're trying to work out a solution, solve something. That takes time. And mathematically, it's time and energy to come up with a solution. But you've got to own that time. You've got to somehow build that time into your life. And if you're a person who doesn't understand why you're doing something, you might just say, oh, fuck it, I give up. Or you might fall into a hole. How important is that purpose for you?
Oh, it's only been articulated to me a few years ago. And I look back on my life and realize that's the reason I was able to keep going when I had so many knockbacks and so many points where it was just too hard. And I couldn't find a solution. But when, like my purpose, if I can articulate my purpose, which I've done a couple of years ago, my purpose is to help spread joy. That's what, and I do it really to try and help make sure other families don't go through what we went through. The purpose of the Resilience Project is to inspire happiness and to change lives. So whichever one of those three you kind of want to take, it gives you great energy to work through the issues you're having when you know that's what sits at the other side, I guess, which is exactly what you're saying there. It's funny, as you were saying that, I was thinking about when problems arise, when I'm confronted by one, if it's an issue with staff or it's an issue with a client or if it's an issue with one of our programs or whatever it is, it's funny, when someone calls me to talk about it, I'm not good at coming up with solutions, and I'm in a meeting, I find it hard. For me, what I've found so often is I love running. I'm obsessed with running. And so often when I run, the answer appears to me. Like, it's kind of like when I'm away from the problem and I've had my subconscious has gone to work on it, and I just start running and I'm in what psychologists call flow, which is the state where you're just so immersed in an activity that your prefrontal cortex, which is where judgment and self-criticism, all those stuff, that has a rest and it stops for a minute. It stops talking to you. And when that stops, that's when I find these solutions just appear. Like I'm not sitting down going, right, what are my solutions here? It's when I'm doing something that I truly love and I'm not focusing on work that these solutions sort of will appear. But it's exactly like what you said. It's like I'm motivated to find an answer because whatever the problem is, it's stopping me to achieve my purpose, which is to help people to feel happier. That's pretty much it. To help people to feel happier is and it's a lovely thing to be able to do. It's a really lovely, so I strongly encourage people to sit down and have a think about what their purpose is.